about what's important to be working on this time of the year is it's huge. Literally is imperative that this time of the year that you have a marketing plan to sail you through November and December and January. It's a tough time of the year for most people to really get things moving. November, December, and January. November, December, and January. So I have some good content for you I'm going to share with you. First off, mindset and attitude. My goodness. This is so crazy how people just get so jacked up in their mindsets, just jacked up in their mindsets. Just they just cannot seem to embrace the fact that there's challenges and obstacles that they're going to pass, things they're going to go through that are just going to completely derail them off of their business. Derail, completely derail. Like how do you keep that high level mindset going on? How do you keep it? How do you keep it up there and keep it going in a really good positive way? I'm going to show you a couple of quick things that have been working really well for some of my coaching clients, and I'm actually going to share the screen here. This is a lender that a lot of you might know, Jeff DeLeo, and he may not realize and know that I'm sharing this. So if you tell them, hey, Shawn shared your metrics, I'm sure he'll love it. I'm sure he'll be totally fine with it. But just to kind of show you how to maintain that high level of lead generation, to keep it up there in a time when you're struggling to be able to keep that attitude and mindset in check, you've got to have systems. If you don't have them, you're going to fail. Every single dang time you're going to fail. You've got to keep a high level of mindset keeping you on fire for what you got going on this time of the year specifically because it's just getting colder. It's getting a little bit dreary. You're thinking about holidays. People are thinking about holidays. Things are just not really where it needs to be, and you got to get that mindset back in check. You'll almost never have a mindset problem if you have a system. You almost never. There's going to be days you're not going to want to go to work. You're just going to feel like, can I just skip today? And hey, if you have to skip today, skip today. That's not the problem. The problem is that if you call in sick, you can't do it every day. You got to get back to your job the next day or the day after. If you take a 3 day weekend, fine, take a 3 day weekend and then get back to work on Monday and make sure you're keeping your systems in place. All right. Using those systems, using them for success, using them to get where you go. If you have some sort of system that you're setting up to be able to hit numbers like this, and we call this pink and green, right? You got the pink where you're not hitting it. This is when I first started coaching with him. He was down here. And then over the last couple months of coaching with him, maybe more than a couple months, he has just been elevating his numbers 20 a day, 22 a day. He's down to 15, 12, back up to 20s, 20s, 19s, over, there's 20 a day right there again, and just hitting his numbers. Down here, he had a low day. Holy mackerel, he hit 5. He still hit his numbers, guys, because really this high jump right here is 5. His minimum is 5. And if you look at it, since July, his minimum was fairly consistent. He only missed it a couple times. There's 5 there, there's 5 over here. So your metrics are part of your systems. And now this is a coaching software that we use to coach with. I use to coach with Jeff. I coach with Jeff once a week. We meet for 30 minutes. Sometimes it lasts a little longer. If we don't have anything afterwards, we'll go a full 45 minutes to an hour. But I coach with Jeff every single week. And I'm telling you that not only is he killing it with his customer service, he can't stand, like we talked about this morning, Jeff can't stand to have somebody not, if someone reaches out to him during his lead generation time, he can't stand to not respond, which is fine. You can do that. But remember, your lead generation time is outbound dials. You got to hit your numbers each and every day. So Jeff, to keep that high level going on that he's doing here, where he's hitting his numbers, if he gets a call in between, he'll convert it. He'll go back. He'll do it. He's not gonna let it shake him up too much, but he's gonna do it. I'm gonna click over to the scoreboard here for a second. And so Jeff's big why is his son, which is rightfully so. I mean, that family is key, is everything. That's his son. And so he's got an important job of appointment set, appointment met, applications submitted, and number of escrows closed. Now, this is something that him and I are just starting to work on right now, is keeping score on a scoreboard, because we've mainly just been using the metrics, but we talked this morning about switching it over to this scoreboard. And so we added a few things in here. One is I wanted to add lag measures in here for him. You got your leads and you got your lags. And I wanted to add those lag measures in there for him to make sure he had that. And so he's got that now. So now he's got some lag measures. But what Jeff has going on, because he's been doing this metrics here for so long and he's keeping these numbers so elevated, that he could easily right now just plug in. I think he's got 7 or 8 escrows right now. Like, that's how the metrics have changed his game. He went from nothing over here under contract at all, brand new, joining this business, Homefront Mortgage, brand new Homefront Mortgage lender, to 7 or 8 escrows over here. He's having fun. You see different look on his face. You see smiles on his face. You see he's excited when he shows up. He's shaking hands. He's comfortable around all the agents. He feels like his whole spirit is lifted. Why? It's because he's stuck to his systems. One, get a coach. Show up on this coaching call. This is a coaching call. Talk about things that you're struggling with, but listen and apply what you're learning here. And that's what he's been doing each and every week. He's been applying what he's learning. He's doing it and being held accountable, because he shows back up to the next one. And then we talk about it and we leave session notes. So we've got all our session notes in here that we've talked about since we've started. And he's hitting his metrics. Coaching is huge, guys. That's what it's all about. When you have a coach, the coach is going to give you burpees, going to make you go do some suicides, and he's going to tell you, hey, how did it go last week? Did you hit it? Did you do it? You've got to do it. You got to stay above the game next week. So one of the things that I told him is that when he turns in his worksheet to me, here's his worksheet right here from this week, is that he puts same, not allowed. And we talked about that. I need to have something that you're going to work on this week, preferably off of his 135 form. If you're adding new things each week, you're no longer stagnant. You're going forward, not backwards. If you're not adding new things to your schedule, you're going to start going backwards. You can't just wake up on Monday and say, I'm going to do the same thing. Well, has the same thing been working? Yeah, that's okay. But if you keep doing the same thing that's working and you're not adding some new thing to your plate of something you've been wanting to do on your 135, you're not adding new items that you've been wanting to do, then you're not following your business plan. You got to follow the business plan. The business plan tells you what you plan to do, and each week you're implementing what you're doing. You're putting it to play. You're adding it to your calendar so that you can keep things moving forward. That was one thing I wanted to cover, just because I was on fire talking to Jeff this morning. It was such a great coaching call. He's so good at sticking to it, listening and doing it, listening and doing it. Like, literally grab Jeff. Those of you that know Jeff DeLeo from Homefront Mortgage, grab him and say, what's the secret sauce, Jeff? I saw the numbers on Shawn's coaching call. Man, you're killing it. You're actually doing it. What's the secret? And let him show you. Don't just take it from me. Go talk to these people. Talk to the top producing agents you know and say, what's the secret sauce? Because it doesn't really matter what brokerage they're in. It doesn't matter if they're in this brokerage, that brokerage, or whatever brokerage. It doesn't matter if they're independent, doing their own thing. It doesn't matter. It's not the company, it's the you. You've got to go to work and apply it. You're the same no matter where you're at. But are you being pushed? Do you feel you need to be pushed more? If so, show up. Show up for your business each and every week. So the mindset and attitude, show up ready. The day starts before you even see a client. Your mindset and preparation are key to the successful week. Before you even see a client, You got to show up and be ready. Number two, embrace challenges. View obstacles not as roadblocks. They're not roadblocks. They're obstacles. They're not roadblocks. I'm a big dirt bike guy. I'll jump it. Just go over it. I love the roadblocks aren't going to block me and stop me from hitting my goals. Not going to happen. They're opportunities for creative solutions and innovation. You might have heard me talk about that in the business planning clinic last week. For those of you that went there, if you didn't, I've got the replay available. I'll send it. I'll give it to you here. I sent out in an email to all the brokerage, just to make sure you guys all had a copy of both brokerages. So you guys all have a copy. It's about 700 something agents have copies of it. But if you don't, I'm going to post it in here in a minute. You guys will have a copy of it again. We were talking about the innovation side of running a business and jumping into Simon Sinek and how he talks so much about innovation. He talks about Apple, how Apple can get in there and they have all these things from AirPods to this to that, watches and all these different things, and they can do all that. Talked about Virgin Mobile and how Virgin Mobile has the cell phones, but they also have airlines. Uh, I almost said singular wireless. Holy mackerel, that goes way back. AT&T, if they can they go run an airline? Not right now. I mean, can they? But they would have to change their thing. They'd have to completely change what their goal is to do that. Where you got these companies that think about innovation, do innovation, Virgin Wireless, airlines, you name it, they're doing it. Apple's a big one. They've been involved in so many different things, app development, different stuff, different technology. Are you an innovator? Are you thinking using your business plan how you can invent and completely change the game, or are you just doing the same old? That's not working for you. Change your game. Change it by innovating, by innovation, by creating something that's going to change it. They're your ideas. Come up with the idea, okay, and then implement it. Some people have a hard time with implementation. It's one of the most difficult parts of running any business. There's a great book that I'm going to show you here in a minute that we talked about earlier, and it's Rejection Proof. I'm literally on fire about this book. I'm really having such a good time listening to it, and I want to look him up and see. I want to see some of his videos because he recorded all of his videos of him having 100 days of rejection, and so I really want to look it up and see it. But I'm telling you, this guy he talks about innovation in there quite a bit. Talks about it quite a bit and just thinking about what is my most difficult thing. And it was rejection. He was getting rejected and he just wasn't. So he said, forget it. I'm going to push through the mold of rejection. I don't want to be rejected anymore. I'm going to push through it. So he forces himself by doing these not live videos, but recording these videos and putting them or putting them on YouTube of him getting rejected. And each time he got rejected, it got easier. He got uncomfortable, got easier and easier and easier. Eventually, he was it wasn't hard anymore, and things were happening, and it was just like second nature. Definitely a book that if you haven't started, catch that book. Good one. All right, let's jump into focus on the beginnings. Monday is a chance to start fresh and make new progress. Each week, think about each week is another opportunity to have a successful week. Pray about it. I'm huge on prayer. Spend a lot of time praying that this week is going to be a good week. God, help me to have a great week this week. Lead me through this week. Whatever it is that you choose to add to your weekly prayer time and your time to be able to get your mindset right. Each week is a new opportunity. When the failure happens or the obstacles happen, are you prepared to move past them? Are you prepared to innovate around them? Create solutions around the problem. What if it is your words? Maybe it's the fail you have is in your words. Jeremy Miner, I posted on Monday and showed a little quick video blurb of him asking all these people in the room. He's quite often likes to do that in his seminars, where he asks people in the room, why would I switch to you? And they all say the same thing over and over again. Oh, because, I have the best products and I have this and I have that. And, you switch to me because I can do this and you can. And, if someone says, and we could totally have a whole coaching call on this, someone says, why would I use you? That's an opportunity for you to use question-based selling. Do you ask questions when you get that? Why would I use you, Shawn? Well, let me ask you a quick question. What is it you're looking for in an agent? What is it you need? Or what is it that you guys are wanting to do? Let me ask you that. Question-based selling is we don't end in a period. Let's go back to Jesus' day in Israel. Back in the day, all the leaders, they would all like their back and forth conversations were questions, questions, questions. It was like the winner is the one that got the other guy not to ask the question. The winner in the debate. Keep asking questions. Finally, someone gives a statement, then that's a loser. The one that was asking the questions. Questions. We respond with questions. We don't respond with a period in the end. How else are you going to find out what their needs are? How else are you going to, I don't know what this family is. I could sit there and tell them, oh, yeah, the reason why you want to use me is because I do so good on online lead generation. But this is a young lady that's 85 years old that knows nothing about online lead generation, and she wants it in the newspaper. And I just sold them on lead generation, online marketing. She doesn't know what online marketing, maybe she does, but if she didn't know about online marketing. She wants in a newspaper. So I should find out when she asks why she should hire me. Well, what's important for you in marketing your property for sale? What are the most important things that you would like to see? Well, I want to see it in the newspaper. Okay, great. No problem. I love using the newspaper. I've used it many times for real estate and other things. I was born during the time when we were advertising, looking for dirt bikes back when I was a kid in the newspaper, seeing all the dirt bikes for sale in the classifieds. Not online at cycletrader.com or whatever. No, we weren't using that. There was no such thing. So there's people that have needs and they have a certain way that they think it needs to be sold or certain wants and needs that are going to help them in their business. So you've got to find that. And you're not going to find it by giving periods at the end of your questions. Cultivate positivity. Man, that's so tough for so many people. In the business planning clinic, we talked about the mindset check. Get your mindset right, right? We talked about locus of control, right? And we talked about, is your mind, are you starting off with a positive mindset? We teach ISAs or phone call dialers that you put a mirror in front of you and watch yourself smile when you talk. You guys have heard me talk about that many times. I'm not going to go into it right now. But your mindset, where you are you being positive? Are you excited? I always go back to God. And I'm going to tell you that your job is so important that there are people out there that need to hear from you. That's the coolest thing you have at your fingertips here is that people need to hear from you. Stop trying to sell them real estate. Stop trying to sell them. How about you go nurture a relationship and find out what their needs are in their life? Find out how you can serve them in their life. And it might be nothing to do with selling real estate, but that's okay because that's what this is all about. That's what you can take with you when this life you have here on earth is over, is that relationship. It's not the fact that you got a $10,000 commission check. That's not what you can take with you. You can't take it with you, but you can take that relationship with you. Focus on that, guys. Focus on those relationships because that's where it's at. That's what's going to change the game in your life. That's going to change the game in your mindset and be positive and excited about doing that. Excited about doing that. Okay, client-focused strategies. Deliver excellence. Focus on providing the best service to your clients. Ensure they receive nothing less than your best effort. Are you leaving every one of your contacts with people with a smiley face at the end or a heart emoji? Or are you leaving your relationships with a question mark of what was that? Do you have a good attitude when you talk to your people? Are you excited about catching up with them? You run in an escrow, you are running it's what we do. We sell real estate. So if you're selling a real estate, selling a home, are you leaving them with the most customer service that you're making multiple phone calls per week to check in on them? That's important to people. That communication is key. To keep in touch with them. Deliver that excellent service. Listen first. Successful deals begin by understanding your client's needs and aligning your strategies accordingly. That could easily go back to what I was just talking about question-based selling. Very easily. Build lasting relationships. While homes and markets change, trust and integrity are long-term assets that build enduring relationships. You want to know how, during some of the most difficult markets out there, real estate agents that were, very knowledgeable in the market and been in it for 16 plus years, like me, has been continuously having sales every single year, feeding the family, helping families reach their goals. The relationships, that's it. There's nothing else. There is no other secret cure for your real estate business, for your business, no matter what your business is, lending, escrow, no matter what it is. There's no secret cure. It's not a secret. It's relationships. That's what it's about. You get out there and try to sell like a car salesman to people out there, you're going to get had. People are going to see right through you. You're just a salesperson. But the lasting relationships, those relationships is where it's at. That's the secret sauce. Secret sauce. Practical tips for the week ahead. Practical tips. Okay. Very simple, not hard. Practical. Make connections. Connect. Don't be afraid to introduce yourself to potential clients, to potential new people. Don't be afraid to go out there and shake hands and introduce yourself. Find out what they do for a living. By golly, believe it or not, they're going to turn around and ask you what you do for a living. That's what happens. Celebrate small wins. Acknowledge and celebrate your accomplishments, no matter how small, to maintain momentum. Keep your mindset right by having small goals that you can reach this week. What are small goals you can reach this week that would feel so good to be able to say, dang, I did that? One call a day, 5 calls a day, nurturing, 5 door knocks a day, 10 door knocks a day, 15, 20. How about Popeyes? Popeyes, open house. I met a few good people in open house and I had good conversations. It wasn't about trying to see if they wanted to buy this house, because stop that. You're very rarely going to sell the house in an open house. Typically, you're going to build relationships. It does happen. I sold a few this year with that way, but it's typically about building the relationships. Do the open house for the purpose of meeting more people and nurturing relationships. Turn keys into promises. Each key you hand over to somebody represents a promise fulfilled. Significant milestones to help you achieve your goals. Now, content time. Okay. There's a couple of new softwares that There's a new software. I've gone through there's so much software out there, so many new things happening. But Billy Garcia showed me this one the other day. And you've probably seen a lot of his videos on social media. You've probably, those of you that know Billy, you've probably seen a lot of his videos lately. He decided to get crazy back in the videos, and he's doing well with it. And I suggest doing lots of video right now, lots of video. This is called Big View. You actually can use it for free for a while. I mean, once you really want some of the good perks and things you can do, like adding your logos in there and different things like that, getting rid of the big view logo in the lower right hand corner, all that stuff. You can do it for free, but if you want to get rid of some of that, you've got to pay. And it's not crazy expensive. I think Billy said he paid 14 bucks for the month. Oh my gosh, break the budget. You got to invest into what you're doing. So he's getting in here and he's doing these, and I did it. It was fun. So this actually becomes a teleprompter. And so you come up. So let's do this. If I came and I use some sort of AI, ChatGPT, Whoosy.ai, I love Whoosy.ai. Any of these softwares you're using to create the script of what you want to record. My suggestion, guys, remember how we used to say never more than a minute? Never more than 15 to 20 seconds. Keep your videos short. Choose a number of people that you want to send videos to this week. Choose 5 a day, 10 a day, choose 1 a day. Doesn't matter, baby steps, but do something and send videos to him. I'm going to show you a couple of Billy's videos here that I think you will like. And he did this so easy, and he just used it like a teleprompter. You may have seen a couple of them, but hold on.
Strategy to interview and why I'm a big advocate.
Okay, so what just happened was it opened up all of his videos at once. Let me get rid of that. Okay, here we go. I'm just gonna choose one. And then I'm gonna
Hey everyone, it's Billy with Legacy Real Estate. I'm back to talk to you about the for sale by owner process. Selling on your own sounds smart, but it often backfires. Here are 5 reasons why you should skip the physical process and hire a professional realtor. So first is price.
back it up.
Hey everyone, it's Billy with Legacy Real Estate. I'm back to talk to you about the for sale by owner process. Selling on your own sounds smart, but it often backfires. Here are 5 reasons why you should skip the physical process and hire a professional realtor. So first is pricing. Owners typically overvalue their home and it scares buyers away, or they undervalue and leave thousands on the table. The second is marketing. Realtors will list your home on the local MLS and sometimes even list it in multiple counties. We'll stage professionally if needed. We use professional photography, and some of us specialize in online and social media marketing. All of this will attract more buyers and at a faster rate. The third is the paperwork. Legal forms and disclosures are complex, and one mistake could mean a lawsuit and land you in court. Fourth is negotiations. Buyers tend to push harder knowing you're not experienced. And fifth is the time. We handle showings, calls, closings, and escrows can be a bit overwhelming if you have no experience. So physical risks cost more than commissions save. An agent sells faster for top dollar. So
What do you think? What do you think about Billy's video? Does it sound crisp and clear? I'm telling you, if you mess up on your videos, just flow right through it. All right. People want to know you're real. But look at Billy. You know why his video is so good? It's because he's using this prompter, his teleprompter. It's actually on his cell phone, and all he's doing is sitting there setting up his phone. It actually reads, it's scrolling. You can choose the size, and it's recording him while he's looking at the phone and reading it. So basically, he comes up with what he wants to talk about and then just puts it into the teleprompter, and then it just starts going, and all he's got to do is read it. That's it. Now I'm not the best reader, right? Even though I wrote a book, I'm still not the best reader. But if I read to myself, I can do really well. But if I read in the public, like out loud, sometimes I sound like a robot. So to me, I'm gonna try it, but I'm more like I could just do it. It's just easier for me to do it, just talk about it. But I'm gonna try the teleprompter. I actually downloaded it as well. Billy showed me which one. So anyway, this is a great one. Let me show you another one of Billy's videos. See if I can do it right this time. And I'll click on this one.
good morning everyone, it's Billy
So
with Legacy.
this is probably one that he actually just did. Let's see. So
Good morning, everyone. It's Billy with Legacy Real Estate. I'm back. I want to share a little information about home ownership versus renting and why I'm a big advocate of owning real estate and owning your own home. Now, according to NAR, the National Association of Realtors, over the last decade, homeowner wealth is up 4 times higher than that of renters. Property appreciation, along with home prices, have surged over that.
he's doing great, right, guys? Loving it. All right, so let's go over here real quick. We're gonna jump back onto the software to make sure, one, make sure you saw the software, but two, oops, wrong one. That's not the right one. We're gonna hit this screen. Here we go. All right, so here is the Big View software, okay? So now we'll jump back over here on Jeff's real quick and we'll go to ChatGPT. And I'll say you are a realtor wanting to create a video about what first-time home buyers should be looking for in a realtor. Searching the internet for this information. Give me the top 4 items. Let's try that. And now all I have to do is take this information, all right, Very easy items to read, right? First-time home buyers should check that the agent works with buyers, not just sellers, and specializes in their type of transaction. The agent must know the local market, pricing, all that. Video tips. It's different easy stuff. There's communication items, hair advocacy, here's reputation. Now I can just say, um, break this information down to 4 easy to read short, short bullet points. 4 easy to read short bullet points. And now I'm going to take these, hopefully, let's see. Yep, there's one, there's four. Okay. A little easier, a little smaller. Um, Okay, there you go. 4 key things. Very simple, easy to read. That should be a quick 30-second video, maybe. Like I said, keep it 30 seconds or less. You can get up to 45 seconds to a minute, but definitely keep it under a minute. My suggestion is less is better. And I was to take these, I could easily throw it into Big View and use this to record that video with the teleprompter. And then I can easily share it directly into different social channels. This one has all kinds of different social accounts. You can link it to YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, whatever you want, TikTok. And you can turn around and just post these videos right into there. It only takes a second. Think harder, think smarter, not harder. Okay, get in there and find easy ways to post your videos, get your video content out there. My suggestion, 3 videos a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Monday morning, give them something, feed them something. Wednesday, midweek, this is where we're at. Friday, what to think about for the weekend when you go out and look at open houses, whatever. It's your gig. Innovation. You create it. You innovate it. You create it. So 3 cool things that you can do. 3 posts a week that you can do. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And then the other days, 5 days a week, 4 days a week, whatever you choose to do, you also need to post something fun. This morning I did or uh, dad jokes with Cambria again this morning. Everyone gives me a lot of feedback on that. They like it. Cambria loves it. She loves that she gets to get a little bit involved in a safe environment. Fun stuff, guys. That's the important side of things, is to get that personal touch out there, the personal things out there that you need to go over. All right, so that's what I got for you today. Any questions? Going once? Oh, I did tell you one thing I was going to send you, didn't I? Let me get that over to you real quick. Get video viral this week. My suggestion, minimum um, one minimum one video a day to somebody. Okay, shoot for 5 a day. 5 videos you send out direct to people. That's my suggestion. Direct to people. I'm going to send you right here inside of the chat is, let's see, give you the shareable link and pasting it for those of you that don't have it right into the bottom. Those of you on YouTube, when we do this, it'll be in the bottom. You'll have the link to the business planning clinic we did this year. 3 top speakers. Well, I was one of them. Maybe it's not so top. But me, Jenny, and Matt Morgan got up on stage and went over different parts about your business plan for 2026. So catch up on that right there. And let me know if you guys have any questions or anything you want to cover for next week. If there's anything specific you want for next week, email me, Shawn at CardozaREgroup.com, and I'll put together some sort of video